Day 100. Let's go. Day 100. Damn, it's 100 days into the year already. What's this, the 10th? Yep. Day 100, April 10th. I made it this far. Um, Let me see. There we go. Day 100, congratulations. Me, I'm about almost a third of the way through the year. I'm gonna show this video, but I'm gonna talk about how it's been going as far as the things that I've been manifesting through affirmations and writing it down. But I also want to show this video, this talking about it. Here we go. Let me see. Where is it at? There you go.
It says that when you have energy that is vibrating at a particular frequency, within 17 seconds, other energy like that will be attracted to it. So if I'm having a positive thought or a negative thought, then what happens is that energy is attracted to it. I have other thoughts that are like that thought. So if you do that 17 seconds, 17 seconds, 17, for 68 seconds, then momentum begins to occur. So let's say that I'm normally, all of our emotions have a frequency to it. So if I'm in despair or anger or worry, all of those are lower, denser frequencies. You get into things like contentment, happiness, joy, love. Those are higher, faster frequencies. So let's say that I normally live in contentment. And that's my set point, because that's where I live. I think about that all the time. That's what my makeup is, that sort of thing. So I'm driving down the highway. All of a sudden, a car cuts me off, and I get angry. So now I'm in the lower, denser frequencies. And so then I go back to the office, and I'm telling all my colleagues, here's what happened. This knucklehead cut me off. Go home, tell my wife that. What am I doing? I'm vibrating angry energy. So I go to the supermarket, and there is somebody in line. I have 3 items, and I'm getting in line, and somebody ahead of me has 38 items. And the guy that's running the cash register, it's his first day, and he's not doing very well. He's very slow. Is that a coincidence? No, it's something for me to get angry about. So I'm attracting into my world whatever it is that I'm vibrating. So where my thoughts are, that's what's creating my reality. There's a law in physics that basically.
All right. Yeah, I just seen this comment said, so why can't I attract my crush when I think about him 17 hours a day? Yo, that's hilarious. It got 135 replies. Let's see if some people said some actual helpful things. All right. Hold on one second, y'all. All right. It says maybe you just think about it next time. Think how he want to interact with you, like how he want to talk to you and which place you both want to go. It might work. This is how they wrote it. I'm just reading how they wrote it. Maybe he is vibrating with someone else's frequency. We ain't thinking long enough. The basis of the law of attraction resonates, correspondence, or whatever you want to call it. It is that like attracts like. You're obsessing over your crush is basically telling the universe that you are in lack of him and you do not have him. As long as you keep operating out of state of not having him, you will never get him. This is just a simple explanation, but I hope I somewhat clarified it to you. That's a good explanation, actually. That is a good explanation. Shit, let me like that, because that was a good one. It said, nailed it. This is the most important aspect, in my opinion, that most people don't understand or are aware of. Know more about your crush and begin to vibrate your crush preferences and watch them effortlessly get attracted to you. Somebody put jump on his lap. Anyways, I ain't gonna go too far into that. Let me get back to. So, what I wanted to say actually is the affirmations and how it's been working for me. So one, he said, if you think about it for 17 seconds, then you'll begin to attract more things, like, that corresponds with that. So that's why writing it down is important, because as you're writing it down and you're saying it out loud as you're writing it too, or really thinking hard, if you're not in a position to say it out loud because maybe you don't want people to hear what's going on, that's cool too. But if you're thinking it, um and you're in deep thought with whatever you're writing down, as you're writing it down, it's going to take you longer than 17 seconds in most occasions to write it down several times. So you should be able to attract more things like it, right? So that's that. Also, um, another thing I want to talk about with the affirmations. So I've been writing down my affirmations regularly, and then let me tell you what happened. So I started getting so busy that I kind of started neglecting it. And as I was neglecting it, I noticed that things started to kind of fall off a little bit because I was neglecting it. I was thinking, man, a lot of the stuff that I write down is it's going to be financial, because at the end of the day, once your finances is how you really want it to be, everything else is easier to for things to fall in place, right? Because when you have financial freedom, you can have peace of mind if you utilize it right. If you're not just constantly just chasing the money. So I I noticed that the time that I'm taking, that let's say if it takes me an hour a day to write down everything that I want to write down, mainly because I'm writing it down several times. I'm not just writing it down once. Later on, I start realizing I'm not receiving. Oh, I am receiving those things, but if I'm real busy and I neglect it, I won't receive those, whatever finances that I want. The hour that I'm taking to write it down, if I'm thinking, all right, let me go chase the bag for that hour, it won't. Um, what's the word I'm looking for? It won't supersede the time, the time that if I would have just took time to write it down, I would end up getting more in the back end. I ain't saying that right, because I'm all over the place. But let me try saying it again. Let's just put money to it, right? Like actual per hour. Let's say if I make $50 an hour, right? And when I write down, my affirmations, it bumps me up to $70 an hour, 70, $75 an hour. Or as a matter of fact, it bumps me up to 120 an hour. So I get real busy and then I say, all right, I'm not going to write it down now. So I'm now just operating at $50 an hour. But if I was to take the time to write down my affirmations within an hour, even though I'm losing 50, the next hour I will gain 120, which will then make up for the 50 that I lost and some, if that makes sense. I just had to put, money to it and per hour so you can kind of know what I'm talking about. So neglecting it for any reason, whatever that reason may be, you're really neglecting the things that you're trying to attract in the future, because you're so worried that, man, I got this to do, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do this. And all in all, you still have to, this is important, you still have to write down your affirmations so you could continue to attract the things that you want, if that makes sense. Yeah, you need to continue to attract those things regardless, and at a high rate. You want to get it in abundance. So if you want it in abundance, then you need to continue to write it down, because if you just go chase it, you create a scarcity mindset. I don't have enough time to do this. I gotta hurry up because I don't have enough time. So I need to go. I gotta grab. That's you get, real anxious. And when you get anxious, when your anxiety rises and you feel like it's a scare, is a scarcity. When you have that scarcity mindset, you then actually are pushing away the things that you want, because you feeling like, oh, if I don't go now, I won't get it. So you constantly worry about not getting, instead of just sitting back, relaxing, doing your affirmations, visualizing what you want, and it will come to you in abundance, right? It will come to you. A lot more will come to you than if you just constantly real anxious and thinking, oh, I don't have enough time. Let me do this. So that's what I started realizing. And this is all learning curves. And as I'm learning it, I'm also gonna, you know, express it to the viewers because you're gonna go through this, guaranteed. It's gonna be a time where you go through this, where you're like, oh, I don't have time to write down my affirmations. But you need to treat your affirmations like brushing your teeth. I ain't even gonna say like eating, because sometimes people would just not eat when they real busy. I don't know too many people that's going to skip over brushing their teeth. You do got some yuck mouths out there. So there are some people that might do it. But for the most part, some people will skip out on baths. I don't do that either. I don't care how tired I am. I'm not getting in my bed without taking a shower. And I'm not getting in my bed without brushing my teeth. It's just not happening. But either way, some people will actually skip baths, right? They'll skip taking a shower. But I don't really know too many people just say, yo, I'm just not brushing my teeth today because I'm too busy. Most people are going to brush their teeth. So you need to treat it like brushing your teeth, right? It has to be part of your day. You will attract way more than if you were to neglect it and then go chase with this scarcity mindset of, there's not enough in the world. It's not enough time. I got to go get it because it's not enough time. And that's what I'm really realizing. I really hope, I know I started off a little rough there. My mind was everywhere. I brought it back, but I really hope that really helps someone because it's serious. It's real serious. And as I fell off, I noticed like I was still kind of getting some of what I wanted, but then it was more of a struggle to get it. Then soon as I started writing my affirmations down again, it became easier. It just started flowing again. I'm like, because I was thinking to myself, man, I gotta start writing down my affirmations, And then another thing is you don't want to start skipping days because when you are writing down your affirmations, it's not even gonna be that powerful because you're just doing it at the time, but you're not really feeling it, you're not believing it. It has to be something you do consistently, right? So you're not if you don't feel it, you don't believe it because you're not doing it consistently. You're just doing it. When it doesn't happen, when you're not attracting what you want, then you're thinking, oh, see, it's not even working. Let me just go chase the bag. Let me chase the bag, instead of just slowing down, relaxing, maybe even meditating, and just visualizing what you want, writing it down, speaking it if you're not one to write it down. I think writing it down is more powerful, but which I explained in a video in the first month. But if you just the one that looks in the mirror, just verbalizes it, for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or you sit in the corner, sit in the closet, meditate and visualize what you want. Either way, however you're doing it, you just need to continue to vibrate at a higher frequency, and you will continue to attract things that correspond with whatever it is that you trying to manifest. So on that note, I hope this video helps. If you share it with somebody, tell them. It's a little rough in the beginning, but if you just stick through it, you'll learn something. Till next time, peace.